what's up, everybody? Teach Me Grappling. I'm here to bring you last weekend's competition. This is the finals. Ben Gould, I've shown you quite a few videos of Ben. He's one of our best wrestlers. He's a senior. Trying to profile him in his senior year. He's undefeated at this point, 29-0. We're going to try to make it 30 right here in the finals with really good kid from Servite, Tristan Wilson. So we watched him in the tournament coming up to this match, and the build-up. Tristan was just dominating people. So were we, but it's going to be real interesting. He's very quick. We had a good strategy of getting heavy on that head and keeping a low stance, using good head positioning to block him out. We knew that he wanted to use footwork and movement, try to feint us a lot so he could try to get in on a shot. So Ben looks for a shot right there. We get caught with an underhook. And then Tristan's got this great body lock right here, but we're able to stay out of it. We'll get our hips back. That's one way to counter the bear hug as we go out of bounds. So both of these wrestlers are ranked in the state. Ben right now is currently number 9 and Tristan's number 10. So they were pretty well matched on paper. So there's a big tournament, California Invitational Tournament up in Morro Bay. It's got a rich history. It's great wrestling every year in the finals. Awesome to watch. So Ben, again, nice head positioning, looking to get heavy on that head. We need to create more movement, more snaps. But he's got his strategy that he's working right now. He's trying to lull his opponent to sleep a little bit by just hanging on the head, stifling his offense, so we can try to set up our offense. There, you notice Tristan came up a little bit. That's Ben noticing he doesn't like the heavy on the head. He'd rather break ties. So we're going to continue to do it. We're able to lower our head right there down. That's called down blocking, making him run basically into our head. And then right here, we're going to hit him a nice snap and then a post on the elbow, get in on that double leg, drive through, toes are in, and we get the 2-point takedown at the edge of the mat. So that was exciting to get right there. I was definitely pumped. I'm sure Ben was too, to go up 2-0 in the first period. High school wrestling has 3 2-minute periods. That's the end of the match unless it goes to overtime. So they start in this top and bottom position. You know, it's Ben trying to chop the arm, the right arm, and then our right leg trying to hook the ankle. Our opponent gets up to his feet, and we're trying to bring him down again, hanging on to his right leg. We want to capture the other ankle if we can, pick it up. We don't want to lose him, otherwise he'll get a point. We want to try to take some wind out of his sail. And we come into a nice cradle, and it's an epic moment right here. We go over to the mount, try to grapevine hook, but we end up out of bounds, and we don't get near fall points, unfortunately. In college, as long as any part of your body or your opponent's is inside the cylinder of the mat, it will count. It will keep wrestling. But in high school, you've got to have 2 supporting points, like a couple knees, knee and a hand. You got to have something, 2 supporting points in bounds. So Ben's got a cut. They collided heads. Wrestling is a pretty rough sport, and there's a lot of head collisions. We've got a nice gash into our head right there. We're going to try to get that blood to stop, and then we're going to put some little bit of Vaseline in there. Get that cut to stop bleeding. So we've had our head bashed in just about every tournament. There's a lot of head contact, especially when you want to down block. So there's Coach Neil and I in the corner. We are now in the second period. So Tristan chooses down for the second period as the match went out of bounds. It was the end of the first. So we go on top, check a head lever, and go to a chop on the other side. Tristan stands up, creates a scramble right here as he's fighting our hands. We lift, trying to bring him back down to the mat. He turns into us, and we catch him out of position. Going for a head and arm. This is the moment. We got to go for the fall. But as we get the 4 swipes and he gets to his side, illegal headlock. Unbelievable, but we blundered. and lost our position with an illegal headlock. You have to have an arm encircled, and we did not. The referee signals that, and I'm not sure. Ben seems to tell me that the lock was okay, so I decide to go and talk to the referee. So to find out what's going on, you got to be careful here as a coach and not question the referee's judgment. So I asked the referee, what was the lock? What happened? And he explained to me that Ben was illegally locked. I asked him if his hands were like this or locked, and he explained that they were locked. So the best I could do there is I then play dumb and just say, can you ask the other referee, the assistant referee? That's something you can always do. So he goes, does it? It's protocol. As really, I'm just getting a little moment to give Ben a little breather and, let him get his mind right, understand that he's got a lead right here, 4-1. So we take this opportunity to collect our thoughts. I kind of knew that they were going to come back with the call, and the call stands. So Ben's back on top, and Tristan's down. So scores 4-1, 1 point penalty. Ben then gets hit with a caution, goes for the ankle a little too early before the whistle. So we got 2 points for the back points, and he received 1 point for the penalty. We lose control of Tristan. He jumps out of there and gets his one escape. It's 4-2. So we're battling here. Head position. Again, both kids jockeying for positioning. Tristan takes a shot. Doesn't go. We end up keeping a nice low stance, defending. And again, looking for some dominant tie-ups. Trying to smother his attacks, making sure he can't get in. He tries to check a shot from open, but we're able to stay low. Keep him out of that ankle pick that he likes from the underhook. And back into a nice tie-up where we can feel more comfortable. Again, Ben's much better in the ties than I think our opponent is. And I think our opponent's strength is definitely from the open. So we take a shot off of his underhook. He goes for an ankle pick. We re-underhook and go for an ankle pick ourselves. Good action from both wrestlers. They're really starting to let it out now, especially now that we have a 3-point lead. Our opponent wants to try to get his points on the board. But Ben's got to make sure he stays in good position and doesn't stall. Make sure he doesn't back up too much. There's a lot of pressure there. Again, stuffing his takedown. Our opponent gets really aggressive and extends himself. You see our left hand reaching in for the arm drag. Flipper on the inside of the thigh, and we get the nice go behind for 6-2 now. 2-point takedown as time expires. So we've got another cut to our head, or the same cut, but more blood time. So we've got to stop that cut using a little paper towel action. Putting some pressure on the cut, making sure we get it stopped. And then we'll apply some more Vaseline in the cut, trying to stuff it and pack it. That way it doesn't bleed anymore. Going to the third period. So third period, score is 6-2. We need to make this this period a very safe, smart period with a 4-point lead. We're going to choose down here. We know we're talking to him about the strategy, making sure that we don't get caught with anything on the bottom. Ben's pretty good on the bottom, so we're going to put him down. Sometimes that can be dangerous against a good leg rider. Somebody who knows how to stick their hooks in. Ben chooses down. Ben hasn't been scored on this season at all from back points. So we choose down. And nice, good, strong rock drill right here. Just keeping our base, keeping our balance, watching everything. Making our opponent make a mistake. He goes for a half. He's trying to keep some good forward pressure on our hands. We get one leg up as we turn into our opponent, get our 1-point escape. 7-2 now. 5-point lead. You can't screw this up. Just stay in good head position and keep attacking. Don't back up. So there as we go out of bounds, we kind of hang on to him a little bit longer. Our opponent gets a little chippy there. Who knows what happened there? I mean, Ben told me that he was kind of pushing us off. Again, the contact's getting a little aggressive right here. Both kids want it so bad. I definitely don't want Ben to get out of control. I want to make sure he stays focused. We're not trying to fight here. We're trying to wrestle. Minute 15 left. Opponent hits a little snap there. He needs to set up an attack. He goes for a shot. We stuff it. Lost a little time there. Ben checks an underhook. Opponent comes back. He's got a left arm underhook. He's going to check an ankle pick. As he checks the ankle pick, boom, he gives us a nice whack to the head. So, little head whack right there. The referee was very smart to stop the match as Ben smiles. Let these kids know they need to go a little lighter on the contact. It's getting a little too out of hand. So, Ben's back in the tie-up. Again, you notice our opponent looking for underhooks. He wants underhooks because he wants to bait us into a throwing match, which is really, really smart for him. He goes double underhooks. We get warned for stalling. He checks a go behind. We're in the front headlock. We need to wrestle out of this position, just like I've been talking about for Jiu-Jitsu. You've got to wrestle out of the front headlock. You can't just stay there, put your elbows and your head down. Opponent goes for a head and arm. Misses the headlock as we look to take him down out of bounds, but unfortunately our feet slipped outside the out of bounds line, and it's back up on our feet. Again, clock's ticking down. Opponent goes for another underhook. Again, Ben's trying to stay in good position, not take unnecessary risk. With a 5-point lead, you don't want to screw this up. We're backing up too much. Our referee gives another stall warning, which means a point for our opponent. Clock's ticking down, 6.7 seconds. Do the right thing right here. Stay in good position. Opponent's going to go for something big. He fails on the throw. We take him down at the very end, but time expires before the referee makes the takedown call, and Ben Gould wins the CIT 2019 championship at 195 pounds. Super excited. Ben's had now so far 30-0, undefeated season so far. We're ranked 9th in the state. There's 8 other guys right now that are picked ahead of us. We want to try to crack those guys and climb the ladder all the way to the top. If we can't win state, we want to go as high as we can. You can see there Ben's super happy. The culmination of his high school career, and now he's California Invitational Tournament champion. Here's Dad right here giving him a nice big bear hug, and you can imagine the feeling he has. He's been on this little wrestling high school career roller coaster, and with us, and he's pumped, he's excited. Ben's just ecstatic as he hugs all the coaches. You know, he's had such humble beginnings, learning how to wrestle, coming in with very, very little understanding of the sport. Now he's got a pretty decent understanding. Still learning every single day at practice, but we've been working hard, and Ben Gould deserves every bit of success he's been getting. So I'm very proud of Ben. Hey Ben, that's the second illegal headlock of the year. Freshman, I had him. Here and I kind of did. That's illegal. Okay, no. It has to go. Yes, you have to be humble, or it has to be like this. Now you're okay. That's okay. You gotta have it. I just tried to tilt him a little bit. So there we are, going over the illegal headlock a little bit. Even when you win, you gotta go over your mistakes, even if they're beginner mistakes like that, like doing an illegal headlock. Either way, he's a tough kid, but everybody makes mistakes. We're working on it, trying to become our best. At this tournament, the champion coach, or the coach of the champion will then pass out the medals. These are all the other kids. There was a couple kids that weren't there on the victory stand. There's Tristan, and then Ben Gould with the first place medal, and give him a champion t-shirt. So congratulations to Ben, and I hope you guys liked it and enjoyed it and could learn something from his match. And I'll be back tomorrow with some more technique. So take it easy, guys. Teach me grappling.